Awaken the Giant Within. Take control of your life and unlock your true power. Audiobook summary. Most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they never take control of their own mind. They let habits run their life. They let emotions decide their actions. They wait for motivation instead of creating it. But what if you could take full control of your thoughts, your decisions, and your destiny, starting today? What if the power you're looking for has always been inside you, just unused? This is the promise behind Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins.
This book became one of the most influential personal development guides because it doesn't just talk about motivation, it teaches control. Control over your emotions, control over your habits, control over your life direction. If you've ever felt stuck, inconsistent, or unable to follow through on your goals, this book speaks directly to you. It solves a deep problem most people don't even recognize. The problem is not a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of control over your own patterns. You already know what to do, but you don't do it consistently. And that's exactly where this book focuses.
It shows you how to align your actions with your desires, so you stop living on autopilot and start living with intention. Now let's break down the core ideas that make this book so powerful. The first idea is this: your decisions shape your destiny. Not your environment, not your past, not your circumstances, your decisions. Every result in your life right now comes from a series of choices you've made, consciously or unconsciously. And here's the deeper truth. It's not the big decisions that matter most. It's the small ones, repeated daily. Choosing to focus or to procrastinate. Choosing to act or to delay. Choosing discipline or comfort. These small decisions compound over time and create your life. So the message is simple but powerful. If you want a different life, you must start making different decisions. Not someday. Not when you feel ready. Now. Because a decision is the moment your life changes direction. The second idea is this: pain and pleasure control your behavior. You work to avoid stress. You scroll to feel entertained. You avoid challenges because they feel uncomfortable. But here's the problem. Most people are wired backwards. They associate pain with things that are actually good for them, like discipline, effort, and growth. And they associate pleasure with things that hold them back, like procrastination and comfort. So they stay stuck. But once you understand this, you can change it. You can train your mind to link pain to bad habits and pleasure to good ones. For example, instead of seeing exercise as painful, you begin to see the real pain in staying weak, tired, and unhealthy. Instead of seeing discipline as hard, you start seeing the real pain in regret and missed opportunities. And when this shift happens,
your behavior changes naturally. Because you're no longer forcing yourself. You're choosing differently. So remember this clearly.
Change what you associate pain and pleasure with, and you change your life. The third idea is this. You must take control of your emotional state. Most people believe emotions happen to them. They say, "I'm stressed," or "I'm not motivated," as if it's out of their control. But this book teaches something very different. Your emotional state is not random. 3 things create it: your focus, your language, and your physiology. What you focus on shapes how you feel. If you focus on problems, you feel stressed. If you focus on solutions, you feel empowered. The words you use also matter. Saying, "I'm overwhelmed," creates a different feeling than saying, "I'm challenged but capable." And your body plays a role too. Your posture, your breathing, your energy. When you change your body, you change your state. So the core message here is simple. You are not a victim of your emotions. You are the creator of them. And once you take responsibility for your state, you gain control over your actions. The fourth idea is this. Build empowering habits and rituals. Success is not about one big action. It's about consistent patterns. What you do daily defines your future. And most people fail, not because they lack goals, but because they lack systems. They rely on motivation, which comes and goes. But successful people rely on rituals. Simple, repeatable actions that move them forward every day. This could be setting aside focused time to work. It could be planning your day. It could be exercising, reading, or consistently practicing a skill. The key is not complexity. The key is consistency. Because small actions, repeated daily, create massive results over time. So if you want to change your life, don't focus only on big goals. Focus on daily habits. Because habits are what turn intention into reality. The fifth idea is this. Raise your standards. This is one of the most powerful ideas in the book. Your life is a reflection of what you're willing to accept. If you tolerate low standards, you get low results. If you accept excuses, distractions, and inconsistency, that becomes your life. But when you raise your standards, everything changes. You no longer accept procrastination. You no longer settle for less than your potential. You start demanding more from yourself. And this is important. Raising your standards is not about pressure. It's about identity. It's about deciding who you are. Because once you see yourself differently, your actions follow. So the message here is clear. Your standards define your life. Raise them
and your life rises with them. Now, let's bring all of this into real life. If you apply this today, start with one simple step. Make a decision. A real decision. Not a wish, not an idea. A commitment. Choose one area of your life where you want to change, and decide that things will be different. Most people ignore this, but clarity is powerful. When you decide, your brain starts looking for ways to follow through. Next, change your associations. Take one habit that's holding you back, and clearly define the pain it's causing in your life. Not just today, but in the long term. Then take one positive habit and focus on the pleasure it will bring. This is where real change begins, when your mind starts working with you instead of against you. You already have the potential to change your life. You already can grow, improve, and succeed. The only question is, will you take control? Because the difference between where you are and where you want to be is not time. It's a decision. So decide. Take control of your mind. Raise your standards. And start becoming the person you know you can be. If this summary helped you, subscribe to daily audiobook summaries. And next, listen to our summary of Think and Grow Rich to understand how your mindset shapes your success. Stay consistent, stay focused, and keep moving forward. You already have the potential to change your life. You already can grow, improve, and succeed. The only question is, will you take control? Because the difference between where you are and where you want to be is not time. It's a decision. So decide. Take control of your mind. Raise your standards. And start becoming the person you know you can be. If this summary helped you, subscribe to daily audiobook summaries. And next, listen to our summary of Think and Grow Rich to understand how your mindset shapes your success. Stay consistent, stay focused, and keep moving forward.